Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the advanced character of our world around us, and this time we will talk about one unfortunately quite common nowadays phenomenon, which is diluting the responsibility. We know that dilution of responsibility is largely typical to the left wing people, leftist movements. Here are the examples that during the Bolshevik Revolution or Soviet Union, when some orders, unpopular or even genocidal or very harmful orders, were executed, the people who organized it and orchestrated it didn't sign the orders with their own names, but in the place where the signature of people who are responsible for these very bad orders was supposed to be, in this place these people, instead of their surnames, were putting such entities like party committee, like party, communistic party itself, like the revolutionary committee or whatever. Why did they do that? Because they they did it to avoid any responsibility for their own decisions, responsibility during their lives, and even post-mortem, because they didn't want to be remembered as the ones who just gave such orders and also took care that these orders were scrupulously executed. So this is the problem. But we first traces of such behavior we can see in the during French Revolution, when people were also signing orders, not with their names but very often with such entities like Revolutionary Committee, National Assembly, or whatever. But in general, these people were blaming for the decisions they were behind these decisions, but they were blaming for this decision they were behind them the imaginary entities, and this is how they were trying to avoid the responsibility during their lifetime and also after that. And nowadays we have similar practices present in such structures like European Union, because very often we see that unpopular decisions, like the decisions against the vehicles that use fossil fuels to ride and so on, are imposed slowly on the European Union societies, but there is no one to sign these orders and these positions with his or her own name. We see in the place of the signature of these people the names of such strange entities like European Commission, European Union, Environmental Commission, whatever. So practically the names of the organizations that tell us nothing, but we cannot indicate person responsible for the implementation of this harmful decision. So one clearly can notice that these practices now in the European Union with the leftist elite, green socialism nowadays, because we had red socialism, we had brown socialism, Nazi Germany, and now we have green one, this environmentalism, LGBT, whatever. So we see that these people have exactly the same mentality as revolutionary French leftists, so French revolutionaries, like Bolshevik revolutionaries, they have the same mentality and they use the same practices. Because when we look at the types of the different socialism and we just take off the jacket they put on, the jacket with the color red, brown, green, when we take off the jacket from this socialism, this cover, we see that inside there is the same lack of mentality, the same lack of concept for the reality, and the same way of dividing people. Yeah, we see conflict between classes, conflict between races, conflict between nations, conflict between children and older ones, conflict between women and men, conflict between genders, even existing and non-existing ones, different problems, different groups that are created, even imaginary ones, and conflicted with each other. Leftists bring us only one thing, the destruction, and they only divide people. And division, if it's not stopped at certain point quite quickly, always leads to the destruction. So we see that if we take off the cover from the socialism we encounter and we encountered in the past, and doesn't matter if it's red, brown or green, inside we see the same destructive forces that divide people, create groups, make them argue, and simply use this anger and resentment they create to exterminate one another and to terrorize one another and to simply grab people properties and to make people poorer, make people possess nothing, and make people enslaved. Yeah, here we even with green socialism have main slogan: you will own nothing and you will be happy. Do we see it now that green, brown or red socialism is the same? Make people argue, make massacre, torment people one group with another, grab their property, enslave them, and use them and abuse them. This is the socialism, regardless of its color. That's why we need to see one thing, that this is one big deception, and we need to also recognize that this is the same group of people in terms of ideology that wants to enslave us and grab our properties. We need to be aware and oppose in an organized manner. In the next videos we will discuss how to deal with that, how to oppose efficiently. All the best, have a nice day, bye.